The search is on, and do we have anything? Anything? Button found. Let's. Yes, we finally made it. We made it, guys. We made it. So let's finally I can sit back and relax a little bit while we are watching the first map of the finals of the Beat the Game challenge, and we are watching Charles Phillip, who decided to go for a half track. That's interesting. There are falls. Oh, that's quite aggressive. That's quite aggressive from Germany. That should be admin test. And look, his falls are trying to capture the closest capture point to the developer base, and he manages to kill one of the units. Falls are healing from the second wind, the infamous second wind ability. I promise you guys, something will happen to second wind sooner or later. Probably not before the new nation, but yeah, it's hopefully will be happening quite soon. Okay, so the lower point is also getting captured by a mini. Mr. Charles Phillip is dropping some nuke on that point, but it's too late. The point is already captured. So lots of early aggression, lots of early pressure from the players. Zund is nearly escaping. Another Zund and a half track. Volks are going to point C, but I don't really feel that the developers will have any issues defending the point. A is also captured by the developer team. So now the question is, can the players recover after starting a little bit too aggressive? I wouldn't say that they succeeded with this aggression. It always obviously it probably took the dev team by a surprise. But now that this surprise factor is no longer there, what are they going to do? So Charles Phillip is going for tier 2 upgrade. Will he get a Chaffee or an Anvil? This is an interesting choice. Here we can see VPA once again quite aggressive, pushing the middle point. Oh, that was a destruction. That was he distracted the developer team from the A point and from the lower point, and in the meantime, double zoomed push. Half track is here. Half track is dealing quite a lot of damage to this zoomed, but yeah, the pressure is done. A point is neutral, but will eventually go to the player team. B in the middle is also captured by the players. C is still there, but you can see on the mini map in the top left corner that it's pretty much guaranteed to get captured eventually by the players as well. Although the top supply point is still blue, so it belongs to the developer team. That is interesting. Whoa! What? That was quite a speed from Zund. It's not a racing game. We are not racing. We are RTS. Although it would be interesting to see some elements of endurance bike racing in World War Armies in the future. Who knows? A developer team knows, of course, but not myself. Or could happen. Who knows? So yeah, we are a little bit distracted from the gameplay over here. Here we have a Puma and VK from the player side defeating a Puma on the developer side. Goliath is here. Goliath blows up and deals no damage to VK. Oh, the developers will be discussing this moment tomorrow on the weekly call, most likely, discussing how that Goliath did no damage and what could have caused that. In the meantime, yeah, VK is just obliterating the developer team and healing thanks to second wind ability. The engineers over here, they have to retreat. They have to retreat. They will deal no damage to that VK, and all they will get is well, they will heal the VK once VK kills them. So yeah, not the most optimal play from Boris Johnson, who is playing with this Cyan. Is it a Cyan or yeah, something like that? You can see, yes, so the US ability has been used, and developers can see most of the map right now. They have stormed the A point. We don't see that, but there are 3 units near the A point and they are recapturing it. In the meantime, we are in the middle. There is a battle for point B, and that VK is playing passively, really passively. In the meantime, the top supply point is also getting some attention from the developer team. While, yeah, the VK over here from admin test is moving towards A. This is going to be interesting. Actually, it's interesting that despite that assault, that group of infantry units that previously went to the A point, and I said that most likely developers will capture it, that didn't happen. The player team managed to defend the point, and they lost several units there. That is not something they want to have. Here we saw Falls falling down and try to secure the point for themselves finally. At the same time, VK, but you can see the icon near that VK is a broken shield, which means that VK is shooting AP rounds, not HE, which would be, no, here you see that there is a blast icon now, and now VK is extremely powerful against infantry. So that is what's happening here. Falls are trying to heal themselves just a little bit, and VK dies. Falls against Falls, level 15 against level 15, and players Falls decided to go back a little bit. Whoa, what an explosion. VK is not getting a single scratch over there. So what's happening? Point A is getting captured by the developers. Zund is, oh my god, what lightning speed from Zund. Zund is playing some racing game today for sure, at least the Zund of Boris Johnson. In the meantime, 2 Zunds of admin tasks are getting obliterated in the middle. They have crossed the bridge, and that was a big mistake on their side. Point C is getting pushed by the players, but here is Chaffee, and Chaffee is also known for being quite effective against infantry, against armored units, maybe not super heavies, but we are not at that stage of the game yet. So we can see VK of Boris Johnson retreating. We can see that Charles Philip is only having 3 units as of now. There is 5 supply points that they are not using for whatever reason, and there is a Falls falling on point A once again. I don't think they will find anything. It's another wasted unit for the players team. Here we have another Puma, and well, Puma against Zund, that would be something. But at the same time, there is Greel. There is Greel in that. Wow, it looks nice. It really looks nice. I love that skin for Greel, and it does the job. It does the job done. It's not the hero this map needs, but it's the hero this map deserves, if you know what I mean, dear players. So yeah, you can see that players are not feeling that great. Obviously, they expected the dev team to be pumped up, but maybe they got a little bit more than what they expected. VK over here, so once again it has AP rounds, so the infantry is passing by and getting no damage whatsoever. Grill is doing absolutely fine. From the A point, you can see the shells falling from the skies. It's looking quite bad for the players team. 38 points, 37 and counting down. Yeah, you can see that Mr. Boris Johnson is sieging the players' headquarters. Charles Philip is building a pillbox near the central point. It's getting destroyed. That was a waste of resources. It was quite obvious that those falls will be able to destroy it in a couple of shots, but falls will be destroyed as well in a few seconds, and you can see the counter in the middle of the screen. 3, 2, 1, and the first map goes to the dev team. What a surprise! What a surprise! As if somebody doubted that. Okay, so map 2. Map 2, I will need to check with the players and with the developers for when they are going to be ready. So the developers are ready. The developers are ready. I'm waiting for the players. I'm waiting for the players. Okay, everybody is ready. We have heard a go. So, come on. Okay, we have the game feed. Players are ready and holding our fingers. Holding our fingers, hoping that they will get matched against each other once again. Whew. This is so stressful. It's been a really stressful Saturday for me, so sorry if I'm getting lost in my own words, but you know how it happens. So the search is there. Opponent found. Opponent found. Come on. Yes. Whew. Nice. Very nice. I'm so happy that they got matched against each other. It's like, I don't know, it's like I feel like I won something. Whoa, that's a really nice purple something. I hope it's gun, but we'll see. So double rifle and anvil from Mr. Charles Philip. You can see that developers are trying to contest the supply drops. We see a mini from VPA. That's interesting. Also, yeah, by the way, if you haven't played the game for a little while, if you're coming here after the break, this is the new map, Urban Outpost, and it will be extremely interesting to see how the developers are doing on it. They probably haven't had many chances to try it, while the players have had the map for more than 2 weeks, I think like 3 weeks or so. So they should feel quite comfortable in here. The mini got destroyed, but it still did the job for the player team. So the point is almost captured and the resources are there. Point C is almost done. GG finito. But it's interesting to see that the player team did not repeat the mistake of map 1, where they tried to do it with a little bit of aggression in the very first seconds of the game. No, this time they are playing much more careful. 2 points captured by the player team right now. The developers are running through the middle with, yeah, you can see triple recon, triple Habibi by Mr. Boris Johnson. So triple Habibis are trying to capture point C, and you can see the supply drop is still there. The supply drop is still there. It's nobody's supply, but the recons are there to capture it as well. Maybe not. Maybe not. They gave up. They gave it up. They're killing. They're killing enemy infantry in the middle. So what is it going to be? The sole point that is controlled by the dev team is contested by Zund. Anvil is not too far. Anvil will obviously deal some damage to Zund, but yeah, the vision is back. Now point C is under developers' control. Point B is getting captured as well, while Zund is still there. Okay. And it's... let me refresh it. Let me refresh it. It's lagging. Come on. Okay, works again. What did we miss? Point B is neutral. Point A is obviously still under control by the players team. It's lagging as hell. I apologize for that. Not. Let me try and refresh the page, like completely. Okay, let's hope it works like that. There is a battle for point B in the middle. No, it still lags. I'm really sorry about that. There's nothing much I can do here, unfortunately. Or is it my connection? Could it be that my connection is done? Doesn't seem so. Okay, so one of the developers, unfortunately, one of the developers got dropped from the game. You can see that his building are blinking as crazy, so that means the game got desynced. Okay, so I will have to message the players and let them know that it's done. Maybe not. Maybe I am mistaken and it's just a visual bug. So let's take it back and let's see what happens. I'm still waiting for confirmation from the dev team. But in the meantime, you can see that, yep, the player team are capturing C. B is under their control. They're pushing point A as well. And here, one little foggy is trying to escape between the buildings toward the base. Anvil is here, but against double VK, I'm not sure it's a good choice. I don't think that anything good will happen here for the developer team. Although, as I said, it feels like the game has been dropped, and it could be AI opponents or AI allies. I'm still waiting for a word from the dev team. Maybe dev team has just given up. You can see that lone anvil trying to defend the base, but yeah, nothing good is happening on this side of the map. Ouch. That does look painful. That does look painful. No, there's still some resistance. All 3 points are controlled by the player teams. Here is Chaffee, but that Chaffee will die the second VK decides to shoot it. There's also ISU 122 and yeah, a burner. That's an interesting choice. That is an interesting choice. Yeah, we have a grill in the game. Grill is targeting ISU, but come on, ISU is right in front of you. ISU can spot you in that smoke. So Mr. Foggy, you're pretty much useless in here. ISU, will it get another shot? It gets another shot. It gets another shot and it kills the grill. That is a disaster. Even though developers managed to capture, well, uncapture B. They didn't capture it fully, but at least it's not under the player's control. Still it feels quite hopeless for the dev team. So what I expect here, I expect the players to come back and to even the score in this best of 3 to make it 1-1 at least. And we'll see what happens on map 3. Once again, if I get a confirmation that the match is still live and we're not watching a separate match while the other players are in a different room. Who knows? That could happen. I'm still waiting for a confirmation from somebody. So what's happening here? Foggy trying to deal some damage to those VKs, but come on, 3 VKs is quite an unstoppable force, especially on this map. If you have been watching my streams on Fridays, on Sundays, sometimes Saturdays, you know those VKs do mean business. With the new update where they got this legendary ability of switching the shells between AP and HE to target enemy armored units or enemy infantry, they are getting really strong. Yes, this blinking is really annoying, but yeah, we'll manage through it. So while I was talking, surprisingly, the dev team managed to capture A and B. They're now contesting point C. There is a drop on the side of the devs, and it's also getting contested. We don't see that, unfortunately. The Soul Anvil, oh, just as I was supposed to say that it's quite effective since it's an infantry unit, and VKs that are using AP shells have a very little chance of hitting infantry units. Anvil just got hit in the face with that AP unit. They didn't dodge it. Yeah, 2/3 of HP are gone. Now Anvils are healed on the base and ready for the second round, while point C is getting captured by the developer team. Point B is being contested. Foggy is running over some friendly infantry units, but yeah, there are no collision models in here, so the rifles are still there, still capturing the point. Once again, VK is hitting the infantry unit, and point B is no longer being contested, but it's point A that is getting contested, so something is happening over there. We don't see what exactly, but there are 2 infantry units fighting for the control. Mr. Recon Habibi is super fast, retreating like never before. Another Habibi is trying to capture A, but not really succeeding. Anvil is here. Anvil is burning. They're literally standing in fire. In a certain game, there is a loading tip that says, "Do not stand in fire." Those Anvils apparently never played that game, and they didn't get that wisdom. They've been standing in fire. Now they're dead. GG. A new grill is here, and does it do any damage? Will it be a game changer for the developer team? Oh, there's a mouse. Ooh. Now with the new ranked system where you're getting more supply points faster, you probably see more mouses in the game. But for normal game like normal 2v2, it is still quite uncommon to see a mouse. Not many players upgrade till tier 3, not many players invest so many supply points to get themselves a mouse, and here we can see that it's just driving. It's driving through the middle of a map, and it says, "I don't care. I don't care, Mr. Grill. I do not care." Okay, see, I can back off really slowly, and I can move forward really slowly, and I can turn my turret really slowly, and I can shoot you, Mr. Grill. So there is a Hellcat on the side of the developers, but you can see that those shots are barely scraping mouse, and yeah, he can do it backwards. He can do it backwards. He's doing a little dance, turning around, saying, yeah, you can shoot, but you're not damaging me. And that second win is popping up, and mouse is healed to the full HP. That is completely insane. ISU is here to support mouse, a new Foggy, dropping the smoke to defend the base just a little bit. Another Foggy by Mr. Boris Johnson. There are two ISUs, two VKs, and a mouse, and the base is not feeling that good, Mr. Stark. The base is not feeling that good. The pillbox is going down, rifles are going down, and now that mouse is getting second wind once again, up to full HP, and the headquarters are getting destroyed. It's a GG, and 55 points on the side of the game developers. 1-1. It is 1-1 for the players. Okay. Okay, I'm waiting for the players to I am waiting for the players to confirm they are ready. And the developer team, I'm also waiting for confirmation. In the meantime, I can see that Mr. Charles Philip is considering to switch his USA forces into something different. And I'm not going to spoil what exactly are they preparing. What exactly are they preparing? Sorry guys, I can't see the chat during the game. I hope you're having fun in there. we're just waiting for the developer team to change their deck just a little bit. Going to be quite a surprise. No, I wish it was Britain. No, it's not Britain. Don't worry. Britain is not in the game, but while we have this short break, may I remind you about a little something that we're having right now that is called treasure hunt. If you don't know, if you don't read the news in the game, you can get a brand new frame that would be super exclusive only for those who have taken part in the treasure hunt, and you can get 2 avatars for yourself. It's really easy. You open the game hub. It's in the upper right corner of your game screen, of your hangar. You open the news and you read those articles, and in some of those articles you will find letters. You have to find 9 letters. You have to assemble a certain code phrase and use it as a code, redeem the code on the game hub, and when you do, you get the rewards. It's that easy. Okay, so I got the message from the dev team. They are ready. And I'm telling the players that we can go. We are ready to go. We are ready to go. Okay, the players seem to be ready. The developers seem to be ready. Charles Phillip is ready, Boris Johnson is ready, and we are searching for a match. We are searching for a match. Once again, holding my fingers so that we get a proper match, and that the developer team is getting matched against Admin Test and VPA, the champions of the very first Volvo Armies tournament. There it is. Admin Test, VPA, Charles Phillip, and Boris Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the decider map. It is Urban Outpost once again. You could see the signature purple patch near the headquarters, and let's see what happens here. For whatever reason, Mr. Charles Phillip is not switching the nation, even though they consider that, but Mr. Boris Johnson does. They are switching to Germany, and their Zund is currently capturing point C. In the meantime, Falls over here capturing resource drop near the A point. And what happens here is Charles Phillip is dropping in nuke, and Falls, no, they still got hit. They were almost out of the blast radius, but no, they got damaged. Point C is captured by the developers, but is being contested by the players. The supply drop is still there. Point A is getting captured by the devs, and the resources are gone. At the same time, resources near the C point are also gone, obviously picked up by the player team. Here, I didn't see what kind of building that was, but it got destroyed by the devs. So no radar or whatever that was for the player team. And Half Track is here trying to push Reds away from the C point. Oh, interesting. Reds were all the way to the developer base and trying to disrupt the game a little bit by capturing the supply point. Although now they have been found, another Reds have been found here, and Half Track is not letting them go away that easy. Double zoom setup from Mr. Admin Test on the middle. Point B is getting defended quite well by the developer team. Now they're switching towards A. Half Track is here. It's quite tough. Yes, Zund versus Zund, you might have a chance. Half track is a much harder target, better armor, better damage. So yeah, you can see admin task has to back off. Although there is a third Zund arriving, can they do anything to V1? No, no, no. There is not enough damage, and there are two Zunds by Boris Johnson, and you can see how HP bar of player Zunds are just getting melted one by one. Interesting to see. There's been a lot of action in the middle of the map, a lot of contesting, but now it feels like developer team is getting control over the game. The third point is getting captured right now, and you see that players are bleeding those capture points. I mean victory points quite hard. I see the first VK. It's not too aggressive, which is a wise move. They are dealing with half track from a distance. Wise. That is really wise from the player team. You can see that there is a choice. There is a choice on Mr. Charles Phillips' side. Do they want to go for a grill or for a Hellcat? They are considering their options, and they choose Hellcat. It would be really interesting to see how it plays off, because on a map like this, it feels like Mr. Cat, please. I am sorry. Yeah, Mr. Cat also got involved into this match, into this battle. But yeah, this map is really great for artillery, long range. That can hide behind those buildings and can shoot pretty much from the safe positions. But Hellcat, as you can see, is doing quite well. Yeah, it got one shot by VK, which took about a quarter of its health. So yeah, it's time to retreat. Actually, a third. Now it's down to 1/3 only. But it still did considerably well in defending the middle part of the map. But what's happening here? Zund is quite aggressive, trying to uncapture point B, getting destroyed by the developers. Point A got uncaptured, but Zund is back there and is feeling quite good. There is some vision towards the enemy HQ on the developer side, thanks to those supply points that are captured in the middle and the top of the map. Now the players are winning those points back, but the damage is done. The damage has been done, and we can see a grill that will start shooting quite soon from this safe position. So like from two sides, it's covered by the building. There's no vision. You can't really proxy spot that grill from this distance. VK is so that Boris Johnson's VK is having some fun in the upper part of the map. We are looking at the grill. Hellcat is getting repaired near the HQ, and all 3 points are controlled by the dev team. It's interesting. The players need something, and they need it fast. You can see they're down to 160 victory points only, and I really hope in that fog of war they are assembling their troops, because the double VK setup from Boris Johnson in here looks quite dangerous. Double ISUs from VPA, VK from admin test. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. Grill needs to fall back a little bit. They're standing in the open, and they're really vulnerable to those ISU. Although one ISU is down thanks to Boris Johnson's VKs. And you can see on the top of the map, on the top of the mini map, that one of Boris Johnson's tanks is contesting a supply point. I'm not sure if it's a tank. It could be a Zund, since it's standing on the point. It's likely a capture point, capture unit. Yes, it's a Zund, and that point is uncaptured. In the meantime, in here we see a huge battle, double VK, triple VK from the player side. They are demolishing Boris Johnson's VK. He's down to like quarter of HP, even less than that. But they, okay, can they? Oh, there is not enough damage. There is not enough damage, and even that one VK survives. Even that VK survives. Puma is here, but against VK, that Puma doesn't have a single chance. Oh, that is so unfortunate. That is so unfortunate. Those VKs are extremely strong, and here is Goliath. It deals damage to VK, but not enough. Not enough to take it down. Here is a burner. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? That burner is... whoa. I mean, that burner is obviously having the time of his life. Unlike the points of the player team. They're down to 16, 15 and counting. I don't see any way that they can push back. It's 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's a GG. They uncaptured the middle point, but other than that, yeah, the HQ is blowing up 2-1, and the developers win. It's 2-1. So, yes, I'm sending a message to the devs, I'm sending a message to the players. What a match. What a match, what a game. Developers, obviously, all pumped up, managed to win. That was expected by me, maybe not by the players, but at the same time, the second game was quite good. Okay, I'm getting another message. Don't worry about that. So yes, that is it. This is it. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for spending your Sunday evening here with me. That was the final match of Beat the Devs Challenge. So far the players couldn't beat the devs, but who knows? I hope this will be not the last challenge we are having. So next time, who knows? We hope that the players will be better prepared. And in the meantime, I guess that would be it from me. Don't forget to join our Discord, subscribe to our YouTube, subscribe to our channels, social channels, and make sure to never miss an update, news, events, or anything else. Use our Game Hub. You know that there is a promotion. You're getting 10% more skill points on your purchases. You get double the amount of tokens on your first purchase in the Game Hub. And yeah, you're getting loyalty rewards. There will be other loyalty rewards coming in soon enough. I promise you. There is a treasure hunt, obviously, so you don't want to miss any news about the new nation, which is closer than you can imagine. Well, it's not tomorrow, but still, it is considerably close. So that would be it from me. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the battle.